Alrighty, fellas, this will be the week 2 recap video. It'll be pretty similar to last week's video, but there's just one minor change that I added. So with that being said, I'll go ahead and get to the high and low score for this week. So the high score from this week was my team at 148 points. Another pretty solid week. Nothing crazy, though. The two high scores on my team, Amon-Ra and James Cook. And then the low score for this week was Sam's team. Just an overall bad week for Sam's team. I don't think this is a sign of things to come by any means, but it's just not a great week. So looking at the matchups from week 2 here, this first matchup between myself and Alex, I won pretty easily. It was never really that close. Alex did have a good game out of Puka, though. My note for Alex's team is he's going to have to find another solution for a tight end back-to-back 1-point weeks out of Mark Andrews isn't going to cut it. And then for my team has done pretty well here the last 2 weeks, so I don't know that I'm expecting to win this upcoming matchup, but good week from Amon-Ra, 39 points there to carry the team. This next matchup here between Cal and Grayson, this was probably the closest matchup of the week. Just going to breeze over Lamar, another 34 points, but exciting piece for Cal. Rome Odunze had 32 points on his bench. And then for Grayson, unfortunately lost Joe Burrow, probably for the rest of the fantasy regular season. So he may come back for the playoffs, but definitely a tough blow there for Grayson's team. This next matchup between Jack and Sam. Jack again won it pretty handily in the end. It was pretty close early on. Jack's team was underperforming a bit, but kind of picked it up there as the week continued. For Sam's team, just as I mentioned, pretty overall disappointing week. But the big hit was Derrick Henry, 2 points after scoring, I believe, 35 plus in week 1. So he'll be looking to bounce back next week, but not really competitive this week. And then the next matchup between Colt and Joe. Joe continues to stay hot here. Jamar Chase kind of rode the roller coaster a little bit. Had a 37-point week 2, but lost Joe Burrow for the rest of the fantasy regular season, so that hurts pretty bad. Justin Herbert looks like he's going to be a good QB for Joe. That rounds out Joe's team pretty nicely. And then for Colt, A-Chain and CMC, as long as those guys are healthy, they're looking to be pretty good this year. So I like Colt's team so far. And then this last matchup between Jack and Tim's team. Tim's team at one point was projected to score 170 points. His players that played in primetime on Monday had pretty, honestly, bad games. So that kind of dulled his ceiling there for this week. And then Jack's team, just underwhelming weeks from most players, specifically Chase Brown and A.J. Brown. Taking a look at the standings here, again, nothing super relevant right now. I would say the one thing that catches my eye when I look at the standings right now is Colt being 0-2, but having pretty close to the second most points in the league. He's just had some tough matchups in the first 2 weeks, but I like his team so far, and I think he will climb the standings as the season continues. All right, this is positional rankings. This is just something I'm going to add. I'm not really going to speak on. So if you want to take a look at them, you can go ahead and pause and just take a look. But I'll probably put each of these up for 5 seconds. I know I'm kind of talking long on this first screen, but you can go ahead and pause and look at them if you'd like. The second screen here are the tight ends and wide receivers. All right, now taking a look at the waiver results, still nothing really game-changing from the waivers. I think two good adds this week were Wan'Dale Robinson. I think he'll be a viable fantasy piece this season, so nice pickup for Tim. And then a pickup that I went for was the Packers defense, so I think that's a good pickup by Cal. They have a pretty favorable matchups coming up in the next 4 weeks. Then taking a look here at the matchups coming up here in week 3. No crazy storylines. The one thing I would look at, though, is that bottom matchup there between Colt and Jack. One of these teams is going to come out 0-3, so could get pretty scary for whoever the loser is of this matchup. If it's Colt, I'm a little less worried, just because his team has looked so good. But if it is Jack, I think Jack's going to have to take a look at seriously shaking up his roster. That'll be it for this recap video. The next video will be the Intel Week 3 video that comes out Monday night. I think I am going to go ahead and make a recap video for Week 3, and then the power ranking video for Week 3 will come out either Thursday night or Friday night. I'm leaning towards Friday, though. I only work 4-hour Fridays, so I think I'll have a little bit more time to just produce a, in general, overall better video for that. So that's all I got, and thank you guys.